What is up, y'all? Jeff here, no cutscenes. Back with another Fallout 4 Let's Build at the Castle. This is part 5 where I'm going to build this bunker here. And I do apologize for not having released anything in the past few days. Just been pretty busy. But yeah, I have another video here for you today, and I hope you enjoy it. It's basically just maybe half hour, 35 minutes of building it. And as you can see, it's all out of concrete. Someone asked me to do kind of like the bunker that I did before, but just make it out of concrete. And I've made it into like a weapons shop. It's not a bedroom or anything, it's just like an area to work in. And it has like a desk downstairs, of course some decorations and some weapons benches. There's an armor bench too. Yeah, but I mean, you can make it into anything or whatever you want, yeah. That is completely up to you. And I used even some of like the natural formations as far as the stairs and the guard railing to make it almost like a little separated shelf here. And I don't know what you would call those things at the back. Layered shelves? Layered objects? Who knows? And in here, it's a one-way switch, so basically you have to enter up top, go through the tripwire, which is set to hostiles only, and then open the door down there. Yeah, you can't even do it from up top. So yeah, alright, well, let's get to it. And last time we built that, of course, and already have our front gate, or our back gate here, excuse me, with people being stuck under the stairs. And I built myself like a little house. I built, also of course, we built that massive little castle. But now we need to build the bunker. And what I found is that it's pretty much two of the walls high. So if you want to build something like this just to start off, do it, definitely. It makes everything real easy because you're going to be able to kind of place everything very, very quickly, just right off the bat. And we know that we're going to want to have it closed up top, so we'll have to figure that out as well. So of course, save it before you do anything major with it, but we're just going to go ahead and do the multi-select tool. Really easy. Go ahead. And I cut it there just because it was really just almost 10 or 15 minutes of me messing around with it. And I'm sure y'all didn't want to see that because it was really fucking dumb. But now I've kind of got it where I want it. We're just still going to mess around with it a little bit because we're going to need to figure out spacing for the other floor pieces, like these smaller ones here. And we're going to need to figure out the angle towards the stairs, if we want it like that, or do we want it sloped towards the outside wall there. And yeah, I think I ended up just deciding on the outside wall, or the inside wall. It's just going to make everything like a lot easier just to have it lined up that way, because really we're not doing anything close to the stairs except for that little, what is it, walkway that we've already built into it. So yeah, we're already pretty much good there. And we can even come and test to see, like, oh shit, we can put more of these floors down. So if we need a little bit, we can. Cool, these work. The railings, I love the new railings because they work pretty much anywhere. They'll fit a lot more places than the wood ones will, which I am, yes, very excited about. Or just not excited, I'm happy, it's already here. Okay, so now, again, all I'm doing is just fine-tuning it with the multi-select. If you're on the Xbox, go ahead, just hold A to do it, or X, I believe, on the PS4, and then you just hold it, and you move it around. It's pretty simple. It's really easy, and it helps, you know, you make these really unique, kind of impossible builds that you wouldn't be able to, well, make in real life, or just in the game in general if you weren't able to do this, so yeah. But now, again, like pretty much all of my builds, it's just trial and error, just figuring out what is going to work where. And because, of course, I wanted to make it all steel and pretty much made entirely out of things we find in the concrete, or no, I wanted to make it out of all concrete, not steel, excuse me, and things we found in the concrete tab. I think I actually accomplished that. I don't even think I used one piece of the wood or steel. I didn't even use it down here when I was having this fucking problem. But yeah, so again, all you gotta do is have a little bit of patience. You're gonna have to try things a few different times, but know that you can eventually do it, because as y'all saw, I had already built it. And that's one thing I like to do too. I don't see many people doing Let's builds who have kind of like a finished, you know, image of what their build is until, of course, at the very end. And I mean that's okay. You're going along on the adventure on the build with whoever's doing it. But for me, I just like kind of like to, you know what I'm getting into, and it's not as far as saying, oh, this is going to be bad or it's going to be what. I don't know. It's just a personal preference. I like to see a little bit. So that's just me. Anyway, okay. So now, of course, we're going to have to make it so that we can actually go up to the second level, because we want it to be where you can only enter through that doorway up top there, and we have a power door down below. So this one actually is even more tricky than the first one, and you're going to see me kind of just, again, experiment with a bunch of different things, but I ended up using one of the square pieces here and just kind of, I took the building away from where it is now and just worked on it out in the field. Just makes it a little easier, you know? Yeah, because it's just a bitch right here. It's really kind of impossible to work with once you've already got like your multi-select tool, or as far as like the placement of where you used whatever piece from the multi-select tool. Like once you get it down, it's very difficult to go. So you just have to kind of take away your objects a lot of time and either start over or just add on to it and then work on it that way. Yeah, for some reason I don't know why. I wish it were like, oh, it understands that you glitched it, or not even glitch, because it's in the game. I mean, it's not like, I don't know how to describe it, but you know what I mean? Where it's still like completely in fair use, you know, fair game shit. But yeah, either way, okay, doesn't matter. But the door that we're going to be using here, the powered one, because like I said, I have it from just being able to go over from the inside. Only going to be able to walk around the top, so you have to come already into the castle. And with the front gate being the less guarded of the two, right now at least, because the last part of my Let's build is going to be building a front gate. But for right now, all I don't even have the thing that I ended up building over there. Like I ended up building like a tiny little guard shack just so I could put a turret that was hidden. And like the back gate over there, the super angled one, has a bunch of different turrets, so that's going to be fine. But basically, again, I wanted to make it so that you could only get into the bunker here by walking all the way around after already being in the castle, so it's super protected. But as you can see, I have the base of it, and of course, you know, need to put some protection there, so I ended up just putting one of the turrets. But I tried to figure out if we could add a bit of more floor pieces. You know, just, again, you're just testing everything to see what you can fit where, if you're going to need a piece there. You can always even do rug bridge techniques with different tables to have them drop down. I mean, I'll actually show you in my next build what I mean by that, because it's cool. Like, it amazes me how much I'm still learning about the game. Like, I just learned a bunch of rug techniques. I mean, they're not even different techniques. They're just expanded on what I already know, what I'm sure all of you already know out there. But just the things that you can do with them are really cool. So, yeah, in my next video, I'm going to do the last of the Let's Build for the castle, because I want to get back to doing more guides, necessarily. And like I said in my previous video, I have a bunch of footage recorded. I just need to edit it, and which sucks because I have been super busy lately. But I do apologize. Thank you all for bearing with me. And since my last video, I have passed 1,000 subscribers, which just, I mean, that amazes me. And so thank you all for watching, liking, subscribing, or just supporting the channel. It really means a lot. So yes, thank you all to everyone out there. Okay, but now let's get back to it. So this is another trick I learned. Really, really useful. Basically, if you use that curved wall piece and set it off to the side, just like how I did of your existing structure, wherever like you want to get that floor piece to work with or to line up with. That's all you got to do, is basically put the curved piece, put its floor piece, the curved floor piece, up to it on the top part. It's gonna go down a level as far as the floor, so you're actually able to fit it underneath a lot of other things. And it's just a nice little trick, yeah. Alright, so that was that. Now, I'll just run into these bears. Sorry. I don't know why I didn't edit that out. Alright. But, okay. So, as you can see, I'm having a little bit of trouble. Just in general. It doesn't seem to be working, or at least letting me put down like the different floor pieces. And like I said before, I really wanted to do this all with the concrete. And it just kind of sucks when stuff like this happens, because you're so close. Even if you're not, you know, close to completing it as far as decorating it or putting junk in there and everything, it's just like, it's right there. Literally 3 or 4 more spots, and then you're good. So with this, unfortunately, all you're gonna have to do, you're just gonna have to take it away. I mean, you don't have to delete everything, but you just have to go back as far as using the multi-select and taking it out in the courtyard there. And yeah, I even tried to make it so like I could cover it that way, but it just wasn't working. So I kind of resigned. I knew I was gonna have to do that anyway, so I just went ahead and did it. Alright, but the good thing is, it's still pretty easy to work with, as long as you kind of find the right angle for it. And like you'll see here, it jumps up, it goes down, it really is so finicky, and it sucks. But there's nothing you can do about it. You just, that's just how you have to do it, unfortunately. And again, it's all trial and error. It's all just doing it one way, figuring out that shit, it's not gonna work that way, and then just trying another. So really, if you want, you can use like markers on the wall and stuff where I use them. I basically figure out like the length as far as whatever I need it to be, and then just, of course, use the side of the wall to mark it. But even that doesn't work out, because if you mark one and then you adjust for the other, that one is going to be kind of off a little bit. But you know, it's really just doing it over and over and over again. And you know, even once you try it, and even once you keep doing it, it's still going to be kind of off a little bit. You're never going to get it perfect, which is a bummer, but you just kind of have to live with it. Yeah, nothing you can really do. Alright, so I'm trying here. At least we're able to put a couple more, so that if we need to move it, it's already built. I should have done that in the first place when I had it out there, but I am an idiot, and sometimes I just do not think it through all the way. But, you know, hey, that's okay. We all make mistakes. So, and basically there, I cut that because that was, again, about 10 minutes of me just trying what I was doing before and not figuring out a way for this to work. So what you're going to see me do here is I'm just kind of going to complete the structure. I'm going to change it up a little bit because I don't want it to be too static, and what I mean by that is I just don't want it to look the same all the way around. Even though it's made out of concrete, and it pretty much will be, as far as like, you know, color scheme, the same all the way around, I just don't want the actual design of it to be the same, because that's just boring, you know? I love like the junkier builds and the builds that look like somebody actually just found the parts lying around and shit, and that's what they did. They built that. So now we have the option here to leave it. No, it doesn't look good. Like, there's almost no gappage for the door. There isn't a gap. Like, it goes into the wall, and I just don't like that. And of course, I actually needed to make it so that you could go downstairs. So I knew I was going to use that one either with the wooden staircase, which is a lot easier to work with just in general, or, you know, since we were going to go ahead and make it all out of concrete, we'll just use the concrete one. I think that's where I allowed myself to like slip a little bit, but we end up using the concrete staircase, I'll just tell you now. But I actually have to go ahead and build it first. It just makes more sense that way. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. I do apologize for wasting a little bit of time, but like I keep saying, it's all trial and error shit. So it's all figuring stuff out as you go, trying different things, and that's one thing I learned probably the most from is when something didn't work out, but I still like the idea to start with. You can just use it in another area, or like another build. It doesn't have to be even the same build. It can basically be any build, which is great. So okay. So again, gotta wait for my fucking bears to move. But we're just doing the multi-select, finding the right spot to place it. Just keep trying. Just gotta go back and forth. And find one that suits you. Yeah. Pretty much that's about it. This one's a little bit tight, I think, but I think I'll try it one more time. Just kind of like to back it up a little bit. I can't honestly remember if this is the final spot, but yeah, or I think I even add on to it a little bit here. Sorry, I haven't reviewed this one yet. I'm just going straight. Oh yeah, no, this is where I add on a little bit of extra beef to the back here, just so it feels like if it's actually intersecting the wall, it makes it look like there's not a gap. But I don't know if this actually limited me. I don't know if this made me actually pushed out a little bit from the wall. But either way, it ended up working out because it had like the right amount of space for that staircase. So yeah, no, it ends up working out. Don't worry. And I know most of this is just boring, watching me do this shit. But yeah, kind of have to go through it. I could have just put where I ended up having the finished product, but I just want y'all to see like it can be a headache. So if you're frustrated or confused or shit, just keep at it. Like it'll eventually break. It will. And see, that's what I was thinking. Like if because I put that little power or concrete pylon on the end of the piece there, would it have been like pushing it away from the wall itself? So I actually tried to make it longer to figure that out. So yeah, if you're ever in doubt, make something bigger. Figure it out that way. Because if you take something away, especially in this case, like just in this scenario, I think you're never going to know if it actually is true. So here we go again, speeding up for you, just to make it not as boring. But yeah, I hope y'all out there are very excited for Far Harbor. I am just really ready to see like what is you're going to be able to do as far as the settlement building, of course. But I really just want like more story, because that's what I've been loving with the survival mode playthrough. And I do apologize again. I really am sorry. For some reason I can't figure out how to get my capture card to capture 1080 like live stream to YouTube. I can do it through Twitch, so please, whoever's out there, definitely subscribe to my Twitch channel. Follow me out there, because I do stream the majority of what I do. But yeah, I don't want to do it if I can't stream it in HD to YouTube. So for some reason, I don't know why, I think it might just be to Twitch right now. So again, I apologize for that, guys. That's why I haven't been streaming my survival mode on YouTube. I've just been doing it on Twitch, which I don't have a lot of subscribers on. But again, like I said, I do play regularly. I am doing my survival mode on there. So yes, please check that out. And once again, we are just building it, and see, like even gets boring, you know. Of course, for me, because who wants to see the same thing being done over and over and over again here? But you gotta do it. Unfortunately, you just have to do it sometimes. You just have to push through it. And we're getting close. Like, I know we're getting close. I think I actually might use this one. I don't remember. Yeah, no, I think I actually did use this one. So, okay, cool. So this is going to be kind of like the final one here. This stupid bear. But, yeah, I wanted to see how much I could do no collision as far as the concrete pylons there. It only went in one, but that's okay, because there's really no gap other than that. Like, there is a little bit of gap between those stairs, like the existing castle stairs, and this small concrete floor piece. But we're still able to walk over the stairs anyway, so I'm fine with that. Like that really doesn't matter to me. And of course, I want to make it a little bit unique, a little bit different. Just want to have a curved partition, just part sticking out, have it on some supports in front. You know, just something different. Yeah. That's what you got to do with all your settlements, with all your buildings that you do. Don't make them just the same generic box with the same walls, with the same roof. You know, just go for it. Like, that's the most fun part of this game, I think, is building different, unique shit that, first of all, feels lore friendly and it actually has a place in the wasteland. Like, I love doing that. That's what I'm super excited about building. Well, yes, back to Far Harbor. Sorry, shit. I'm just super excited about what like new settlements are gonna see. And if all those rumor picks are true, I know I probably shouldn't have been looking at them, but I've just been checking out the settlement ones. I haven't been checking out the story ones, but there just looks to be an insane amount of new shit as far as the settlement items go. Like new building styles completely. Like they look like old-timey London, like, you know, Abbey Road. I don't know what the fuck they're called, like this style, but that's what they look like. They look legitimately amazing, and I'm just really excited for it. I don't know if I'm going to do it on my survival character, just because I actually am not building that much on my survival character, because I found out that it is very hard to build in survival because it takes a lot of time to build, of course, and I get sick so fucking often, and I don't have yet, at least, the required perks like chemist to even make myself the thing that makes me not sick. So it kind of sucks for right now. But yeah, no, I'm still playing it. I'm just doing mostly like the story so I can get super powerful first, and then I can build kind of just differently. Or not even super powerful. I just want to be able to make that shit so I don't get sick. That's really all I want to do. Yeah. Alright. So, back to the build. Now we're basically just putting on finishing touches. It's going to be all up to you how you want to decorate it, of course. But for the most part, you just kind of want to make it like a bunker on the outside. That's just how it has to be. There's, you know, no arguing there. If you want to make a bunker, make it look like a bunker. Give it all this steel and concrete shit and make it look like it's completely closed off. And I probably could have picked a better place for the actual placement of it, because there's a little gap, like where that wood is, and maybe if somebody actually got really creative, they would smash through that wood. But this is Fallout. We don't have to worry about that. It's not, you know, it's not your real life shelter. If some NPC can't get down there, we're all good. So I wanted to see if he could do the rug glitch on the stairs. It did jump up, but unfortunately it just didn't work with him. But you can always do the multi-select with the stairs, which is great. For some reason, even using the multi-select in objects that like would not intersect anything else works. Like you can see here, like these stairs are through that little lip concrete, and they look pretty good. I really think they do, you know. And it's good to know that that works like that. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm still finding out like little tricks that. I mean, of course, I knew the multi-select would enable you to place things closer to other things, but I didn't think it would let you have existing like stairs go through the concrete at the castle. Like it's just small things, you know, things you find out about each settlement individually. It's just cool. I still love that. Good for you. So yeah, finishing touches, y'all. Probably just hear me rant about more random shit from Far Harbor. I'm so ready for a full-on expansion. Like, I've been playing the game for 20 days total now, like in-game days, and I love the world, I love the building. I still am playing 2 different characters, like, you know, my survival build, and then just another character that I'm just playing, and I'm still going to complete the main story, and it's still going to be different than the other times, but I'm ready for a new piece of land. Like, I've kind of explored as far as all of like the physical locations, the landmarks and shit, even most of the unmarked stuff, I've kind of already explored it, and it's just going to be cool because that's what I love first and foremost about Fallout is it's beautiful to explore. It really is. It's a fantastically crafted world, and it's just fun to explore. Yeah, so that's probably what I'm looking forward to mostly. So let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all are looking forward to most in the Far Harbor expansion. If you're looking forward to settlement building or new types of guns that companion with the gray hair and shit, let me know. I'd love to know how y'all feel. So, okay, back to the actual building. What we are doing now is we are making our switch. Now, I go through a few different iterations, but I just wanted to keep them in there because looking back, it actually kind of shows you good ways to just make different styles of switches. I don't end up using them, of course, but they're still good to know where you have to place things, what you'll have to use in order to actually make that style of switch or operate a door. It's just I like it. Okay, so the first one is going to be this one here. It's going to be a two-way switch where you basically want to put these light boxes. You're going to have 4 of them total. 2 of them down here, 2 of them down up top, or wherever your second switch will be, and you want to connect them to each other. You want to connect them to the power door, and then the other one to your switch. Now what this does is essentially it stops the power going to one of, or the power door itself when you switch the other switch. Now you'll see me build this switch up here because I was initially thinking of having like a two-way operating one where if say I wanted to let somebody in down below, and again all this is just pretty much nonsense because I'll never let anybody in from down below. Like I have settlers. It's not like, oh, Jim's coming over. But I kind of still wanted to make it so that I could do that, of course, if I wanted to. It's all about the role play. It's all about immersing yourself. So basically just made another switch up here. Did the same thing where I connected it to the output, that power pylon that we have there that's coming out of the generator itself. Did the 2 light boxes, connected one to the power door, connected the other to the other, and then the last one, second one there, to the switch. Once you do that, you'll be able to just turn both of them off and on. They operate like a single switch would, but it has 2 switches in the circuit, so you can actually do it with 2. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And of course, I end up not using it, so all this work here is just for naught. But hey, sometimes you just gotta do that, just to show what you need and what you don't need. So, yeah. Okay. Watch me just finish this guy off here. And I don't even know. I don't think I used the invisible or the wire through technique, like the one where you can actually just have wires go through walls. I will show techniques on that in my next video. I just didn't want to show it in this because it didn't actually need it. Like there weren't any real areas that we had to go that we couldn't get down with the rug glitch itself. So didn't even need to do that. You can just use the wire glitch without the rug glitch if you want. You can just already place your objects. But I like placing my objects like my pylons, even switches, I like placing them in walls, so it can get a little tricky because you can't actually place the object in the wall, even though you can do, or even though you can do, the wire through the wall to the object. Like it's just a little different. Yeah. Sorry, I can't speak today. I am just extremely tired, and like I said, I've been really busy, so I haven't been able to sleep much or put out videos for all, and I apologize, but I have one here today. I'll have a lot more edited over the next few days, and then it is actually my birthday this weekend, so I don't know if I'll be able to do anything then. And don't hate me for this, guys, but I'm going to be playing a lot of Overwatch. I don't know if I'm going to do it on the 24th. probably will, but shit, that's a tough decision because I love my Fallout. It's not that I'm saying like I'm sick of it either. I'm not. That is not the case. It's just I played the Overwatch beta and it reminded me of playing like Team Fortress 2 in the original days when it came out with my buddies. Like I wasn't raging or I wasn't being pissed off at some 13-year-old kid who was better than me, even though I used to be amazing. It's not Call of Duty. It's not Battlefield. It's nothing like any FPS because it's a team-based shooter. It's so much fun. It has one of the best cast of characters, like as far as even just their personalities or their playstyle, how fun they are. It has one of the best that I've ever played. I know I'm talking about it a lot here, but unfortunately I will be playing that a lot when it comes out. So I apologize for not having a bunch of Fallout videos. I will have a bunch of Overwatch videos. So if you like Overwatch, then definitely stay tuned. But yeah, I'm going to be playing a lot of Overwatch. It was just so good. The beta was so good. Oh my word, like I don't know what it was. It was perfect. It was perfect. It was a perfect shooter. It didn't get boring even if I played the same character over and over again. It was just really, really well done. Good job with this shit. But I'm thinking about waiting until the 30th to get it because I don't think anybody here on the channel knows. My girlfriend's from South Africa and her visa expires June, so she has to go back to South Africa for almost 4 months before she can even get a new one and then come back. So I'm gonna have 4 months to myself where, I mean, hey, I love her to death and I wouldn't want to do anything but spend time with her, but I'm gonna have a lot of time to myself just to kind of dedicate to playing, dedicate to bringing out more videos. So during that time, I'm gonna be doing probably both Overwatch and Fallout just because I'll have so much time. But you know, why don't y'all help me decide? Should I get Overwatch on the 24th the day it comes out, or wait like a week until my girl goes? Because you know, like we spend all the time together now, because luckily I'm able to work from home, and you know, when she's done with work, we're just able to spend time that way. But I feel like if I play Overwatch, I'm not gonna play anything else beside it. Now, I mean, I know, you know, I play a lot of Fallout already, but that's mostly like when she's already gone to sleep because I don't really sleep. It's a tough one, you know. Alright, anyway, we'll get back to the building here. Enough about me and my own shit that I gotta deal with. But it's not much, it's just, you know, should I play Overwatch? Shouldn't I play Overwatch? Let's see. That's really the question. Okay, but here, we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna flesh out the rest of it. We gotta light it up. It just looks stupid if there's no lights on it, you know? Just this gray Soviet bloc building. But I like the way it ended up coming out. It's very easy, it's very simple. I didn't have any idea of what I wanted it to look like, except I knew that it had to be 2 stories high. If it were any higher, it just wouldn't work, or if it were any lower, it would be a stupid waste of space. So, yeah. Alright, but now you're going to actually see me use the wire technique. So, how you do it is you kind of have to have the wire selected where you're still near, like your conduit, like whatever piece of power equipment you are connecting from. You press the Y button on the Xbox or triangle on PS4. You'll hear the noise like the zzz, the click or whatever, but you won't actually see any wire. And if you do that, you know you've done it. I don't know how, like, you really know, besides it just clicking and sounding like normal and you're not seeing a wire, like where you have to do it. But it's just like it's just a sweet spot. Like you'll literally just have to try it a few different times until you get it. That's pretty much it. Like there's no other way around it. Just keep trying it. If you want, like I can definitely do a more in-depth video of it. It won't be like full 5-minute guide. It'll just be like, hey, here's, you know, how you fucking do it. But I can do that for like maybe part 5 of my Wasteland Workshop tips and tricks, because I haven't done that one in a while. That's just unfortunately because super busy. But I will have one very soon. I will also be starting another build, a Sunshine's Tiding build. Sunshine Tidings or Sunshine's Tiding? Huh. Well, either way, I'll figure that out and tell you. But yeah, I'm doing a Let's Build there of kind of just like a junk city. Like, I wanted to make it all based around that central building, like the central barn, and have like literally like a junk city up and built into it, around it, where it's like, you know, 6 or 7 levels, but it's just all this different shit. And like, I use more of like the rug glitch with existing objects, like different cabinets, different sofas, and pretty much anything like that, you know, to make this jungle city and shit. That's gonna be my next one, so yes, definitely stay tuned for that one. I have already started a little bit of it, but it's nothing too much. It's just me starting the basic outlines, and I personally know kind of what I want to do with it. And I figured it's going to be a jump. It's just going to be jump. Just a big old fucking thing of jump. So, I'm really excited about that, actually. Thinking about it now, because I was just building it last night, and it's the first time I've actually built Sunshine Tidings. Yes, Sunshine Tidings. And I like it. Like, you have a lot of room. There's a good amount of flat ground. And you can build into the pre-existing structures pretty easily. So, yeah. Alright, but thanks for watching, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this one. Mostly it was just me ranting. But stay tuned for the next and last part. Okay, bye.